its global credit card bill. The scarier scenario may be that the U.S. has even reached this point.
I think much more disturbing and important, in my opinion, the fact that the U.S. financial situation already possibly merits a downgrade.
A situation that once would have been unthinkable. Perhaps a downgrade for the U.S., whether it happens or not. Lauren Lister, RT, Washington.
So like I said, when they cut that AAA status, credit status, you're gonna really feel it. They're gonna cut everything. They're gonna cut your welfare, your Section 8, every goddamn thing. Jobs, businesses are gonna fold, and they're doing it right now. So you can kiss America goodbye, because this place is out of here, man. Now there was on CNN the other day, you had on the Piers Morgan show, you had Jesse Ventura, and basically he blew this dude away with the information that he had, and it was just basic, simple information that any so-called conspiracy buff would know, basic information. But he made a statement. He said he compared America to ancient Rome. And pretty much everybody's doing that now. You got something, Mark? Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes chapter 20, verse 9. There is a sinner that hath good success in evil things, and there is a gain that turneth to loss.
Yeah, so that's what's happening to America. It's turning into loss. You're losing your society. You're losing your system.
As a nail sticketh fast between the joining of the stones, so does sin stick close between buying and selling.
That's right. That's right. Now let's go to the next clip, because like I said, I got a lot of clips for you before we give you these documents and these scriptures.
That. Yes, look after their health first.
On to the news, everybody. You won't hear about this on Fox or CNN, but the Bush regime has quietly tooled up to utilize the U.S. military in engaging American dissidents after the next big crisis. We told you a little about this last week, but here's the full picture. In a frightening piece of legislation that was passed alongside the Military Commissions Act, the newly passed bill greases the skids for armed confrontation against citizens and abolishes posse comitatus.
Public Law 109-364, which was signed on October 17th in a private Oval Office ceremony, now allows the president to declare a public emergency in the U.S. for whatever reason he sees fit. The bill also allows the president to station troops, including foreign troops, anywhere in America, and to take control of state-based National Guard units without the consent of the governor or local police authorities in order to, and this is a quote, suppress public dissent and disorder.
Frank Morales, an Episcopal priest in New York City and an anti-war activist, said the groups listed as troublemakers include tax protesters, gun rights activists, militia groups, religious groups, anti-war protesters, homeschoolers, and various other general anti-government dissenters.
Morales said the authorities know full well that a widespread awakening is taking place, especially now that the truth about 9/11 and the reason for the Iraq War are unfolding. And he speculated that the trigger event for the push to use the U.S. military against American dissidents is right around the corner and could happen any time within the next year. We have a link on our breaking news page at OutThereTV.com to the government's Operation Garden Plot bill, which details what we've just talked about.
If President Bush gets his way, beginning on January 14th, 2007, we will all be on no-fly lists unless the government actually gives us permission to leave or re-enter the United States. The Department of Homeland Security wants all airlines, cruise lines, airlines, even fishing boats, to obtain clearance for every single passenger they take in or out of the U.S.
And it doesn't matter if you have a U.S. passport, which normally would give someone the right to enter and leave the United States at any time they want. When the system comes into effect next January, if the agency says no to a clearance request for whatever reason, you won't be permitted to enter or leave the United States.
Consider what might happen if you're a U.S. passport holder on assignment in a country like Saudi Arabia. Your visa is about to expire, so you attempt to board your flight back to the United States. But wait, you can't get on because you don't have permission from Homeland Security. Foreign immigration officials then escort you to a detention center where you can be detained indefinitely until your immigration status is sorted out.
The question is, why would Homeland Security deny an American citizen permission to leave or enter the U.S.? No one seems to know, because under the new Military Commissions Act, the entire procedure can be kept secret with no right of appeal. And that's exactly what happened in Nazi Germany. Basically, if the HSA decides it doesn't like you, you're a prisoner, either inside or outside the United States, and whether or not you hold a U.S. passport. For more information on this proposed regulation, check out our breaking news page and read the details on this latest Department of Homeland Security travel document.
Now this is from some news program from back in 2007. Now, as you can see, you had the new president, Barack Obama, as of 2009, January of 2009, and basically he hasn't changed it. He called for change, and he hasn't changed anything. He's doing the same thing that Bush is doing. In other words, he's furthering the cause of Bush. So basically, they could have kept Bush in office. You know? Got anything? All right, now, let's go into the scriptures. I'm sorry. I want to go into this document, this first document. Yeah.
This is from a webpage entitled, "Why Are Modern Guillotines on Military Bases in America?" It says, there is no doubt in my mind that guillotines are being stored on selected military bases in America. Pam Schufert had first-hand conversations with people who have seen them. I am equally convinced that crematoriums have been installed on many of the larger FEMA concentration camps, both here on the mainland and in Hawaii. Pam Schufert accurately foretold of coming events when she titled her website American Holocaust from its inception in the 1990s. Ronald Reagan, New World Order bedtime bonzo that he was, sold us out by signing away our fate to the dictates of Chabad Lubavitch rabbis with the Talmudic interpretation of the Noahide laws, enshrined in Public Law 102-14, signed in 1983 by Bonzo. This federal statutory law, which can be invoked at any time, established the legal grounds for execution by decapitation anyone who is found guilty of avodah zara, idol worship, which according to Halachic Judaism authority Maimonides includes anyone who worships Jesus Christ. I do not concur with the Christian fundamentalist belief in the end times, the rapture,